Tonight I wanted to jump on and have a little chat about accepting who you are and allowing yourself to project that out to the world. And the power that really comes with that. So I talk about it on kind of my website when I'm describing myself about this journey that I've been on that has led me to this point. In a lot of my life, I actually didn't know who I was. I was trying to be all these different things to impress people or to get people to like me or to keep me in their lives or whatever. And it took a long time to really accept that I was that person that I was afraid of, that I knew that I could be, but I was terrified to step into that because I understood that there could be a lot more rejection and isolation and that type of thing. So I was afraid of it, and I shied away from it for many, many years. But the funny thing is that the moment that I made that choice to just step back and look at myself and my life and what I really want it to be, and really pinpoint those things that are holding me back from creating that, I started to realize that I was allowed to be that person that I'd always been afraid to show. Or when I have shown a little bit of that person, it scared people the fuck away. So I stopped being it. And yet, the moment that I decided to do it and really be that person, 100%, it has created a magic in my life that is really hard to describe unless you are on that journey yourself and you're sitting there going, yeah, me too. And the people that have come into my life and the situations that I've experienced, the quality just keeps exceeding my expectations. And the more that I do this work on myself, and I am really deeply honest with myself, the more that I can project that out to people, and the more that they give it back to me in return. So quick story. My story in my head for many, many years, was that I was alone, and it never ever occurred to me that I would be in a situation where I would be alone for so many years. And because it just seemed to happen that way, it became my story. And I actually call it my victim story because I used that to play the victim card in an effort to, I guess, get people to take pity on me and give me attention out of pity. Or maybe out of care, but not really connecting with me. And it took a really long time to accept the fact that if I really wanted to attract in people who would like me, who I was at my core, I really had to let go of that story and stop telling it to everyone and stop telling it to myself and only expecting to see that in my life. And it was not an easy journey because there have been things that have arisen out of recognizing that this is my story and recognizing that I play the victim and recognizing that I do these things physically and mentally to self-sabotage myself. So it was a really hard thing to actually put myself through. But the effects of that are unbelievable. And the last couple of months, as I start to share more with you, you might start to notice that things are starting to generate and I'm starting to create more and more of something. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I'm starting to create connection with myself, and it all starts here. You've got to create it here before you can create it in your surrounds, in your life. So because I have been doing that deep-seated work and acknowledging and accepting those parts of myself that maybe I don't really like or I don't accept, and cutting off those bad habits at the knees that bring me down. My parents actually called me out recently because I called them amidst a breakdown. Again, I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to call them a little bit more with good news. But I called them crying again, and I was in this moment and in this panic and in this sadness, once again because of something that I had done, something that I had sought out. So I was actually seeking out things to see or to experience in a way of punishing myself or proving to myself that I'm not worthy because of this, or this. And Mum actually called me out. She said, every time you're calling us and you're upset, it's because you have done this. So just stop doing it, which isn't always easy. I actually have a reminder that goes off on my phone every hour currently to remind myself not to self-sabotage myself. And for me, that's looking at things on social media that bring me down. So, and it could be anything, but that little reminder every hour is always there before I look at anything on my phone. But being called out on that was quite confronting, but the fact that I could acknowledge that it all does start with me. And if I stop doing those things that I'm doing to sabotage all that I have created within myself, then imagine the space that's going to create, and imagine the clarity that's going to happen in my general vicinity or anything I project out. So, without going much further, I just wanted to share a little bit about my work and my story and what has brought me to this point where I want to share more with the world and with anyone who connects with it. And I am so inspired by the people who have shared their stories, the people who have connected with me to hang out, the people who just say, me too. I'm feeling this, I'm aware of these things, I want to be better, I want more, and there is more, and how do I get there? So it's amazing, and I'm really excited to continue to share and to continue to connect with you incredible people. So I hope you get something out of this. Just had a beautiful night with some new friends, old friends, and I'm really tired, so I'm gonna go to bed because I've got a lot of work to do in the morning for the next couple of projects that are coming. So take a step back and have a look at yourself. Have a look at the things that make you happy, and have a look at the things that pull you out of that happiness. Be willing, if possible, to be brutally honest with yourself. And just get curious and have a play with it. And yeah, let me know how you go. Feel free to send me a message if you have any questions. I'd love for people to subscribe if you're feeling it. Comment, like, whatever. I don't know how this all works. But yeah, I hope you have an amazing evening or morning or whatever the time of day is for you. Thank you.